gays, gamers, girls, and other genders. Oh. And also Hello Blue. Your timing is evidently impeccable.
Spanish Twitch on your page? Don't know how that happened.
It makes me think about how, like, I like, how do I say this? Google it feels like Google doesn't know enough about me that there's like, you know, they just give me ads from like all sorts of nationalities.
If you block enough ads on Twitter, you start getting some weird shit.
Bray Dong, OMG, I love your model. OMG, I love you. Big fan. But no, thank you. Is there a blueprint for Talos Gen 3? Gen 3? We're still on Gen 1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we need a blueprint for Gen 2 first.
You need to start... get to work on that.
You know what? Maybe I am. And just no one knows it yet. Alright, let's continue. Wow! We're technically on day 4. Although I didn't play day 3. And so we've really only done 2 runs.
Mm-hmm.
And we've played for just like, maybe I have like about 3 hours in the game or something. But we've opened the apple orchard.
Or technically you have not opened the apple orchard, right? No, okay.
We did.
You did quit after that.
So we've only done 2 days.
Right.
And after I opened the apple orchard, it was like, alright, you gotta... And you can't...
You gotta die.
Yeah, you gotta die now. You're not allowed to live through this. And so now we've got the extra 20 steps, of which I've already used 2 of.
Pog.
I wanted to go...
Let's start fucking drafting.
Yeah, I wanted to go look at the fucking notebook again. But here, let me open up my screenshots in another tab. Make sure I have those on hand. It feels like most puzzles that have like made it clear that like, oh yeah, by the way, this is a puzzle that you're looking at. We've been able to solve so far. One thing that I'm like, this is almost definitely a puzzle, but I feel like I don't understand it, is like the den with all the clocks. And so
Right.
I feel like I haven't gotten that figured out quite yet. Let's do a parlor. Let's get some gems.
Let's get some essentially free gems.
This is the blue box. That's true.
Got it.
I'm pretty sure.
Got it,
I'm
sure
pretty
hope so.
sure that's true. The
I think
blue
we can lock
box
that one
is true. That's true as well. So these are both true. The blue box is empty, so that's false. Therefore, the blue box is not empty.
How does he do it?
I'm a genius. Man, it should be like my job to work through logical problems or something. I mean, I'm a mathematician, so that's basically what I do.
I thought you were a math magician.
Same difference. I work at the math store.
Right.
It's freaking bats.
A bat.
Let's do a nook. Where's this gonna take us?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We haven't.
What's the
you haven't
shape
seen
of the
yet.
library?
The library is another curve, if I remember right.
All right. Let's check it out. Yeah, so this is the picture that I saw, where I looked at this and I was like, 1:30. And so I was like, maybe you wait till 1:30 in the den. But it's kind of hard to see. Like, is that 1:30? I don't know.
I mean, it's a clock for sure.
Definitely cock. So the library curves back to the right, which means we'd be making a dead end here.
Not necessarily, but
I mean, we'd have to
wouldn't
get
be
like a
advancing further.
secret tunnel or whatever. Or a secret passage. If that's even how that works. The house directory is a great resource for information. Oh yeah, I know that.
True.
Mount Holly Library book request form. Books and periodicals requested in this form will be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. Can I request all of them? No.
Unfortunately not.
Sightseer's Guide to
Simon P.
Reddington.
Jones.
Swimbird. The Fixed Stars. Richard Witt. Dick. History of Orindia. EPCW Pump System User Manual. Sounds like I should figure that out at some point. Drafting Strategy. Architectural Digest, Volume 3. The above signee is responsible for all materials checked out using this form and understands new requests cannot be made on days in which a previously requested book or periodical has been pulled. Okay.
No 2 in a row.
There's like 3 things I want to read.
Oh, also, yeah, you can do that.
Right, I figured.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like it.
I mean, it's kind of nice though
Like
that they made it so that like, you know, you don't have to spin your mouse around far enough to
Yeah, I get.
keep turning.
I get why they did it. It's just not very common in video games, I guess, to
Right.
pull that move.
It does feel kind of weird. Sorry, my ear was itchy.
Good.
Mount Holly Scrapbook. The Baron of Mount Holly. Name's nephew provisional heir. So this is like, we can kind of like... Is this stuff that we've seen so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, bacon and eggs, 8 gold. My largest
Your
purchase.
largest purchase is bacon and eggs, which is kind of funny. I like it.
Worth it. My favorite floor plans. You can't ever seem to pass it up. That's true. I think I have taken the
pretty
reading
good.
nook every time. Most time spent in security and the den. Because that's where I was just fucking waiting.
Right.
The chapel, that's where I wrote everything down. I haven't been to an observatory yet. Most
yeah.
avoided floor plans is the bunk room. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Oh, is there anything on this one too? Mount Holly Records. Total time, just under 3 hours. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. The study. While drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. Or the foyer means hallway doors are always unlocked. So that's all green room or all orange rooms will always be unlocked.
I will remind you, you did at some point find a room
great
called,
hall.
like, Hall of Doors.
Yeah, which had like 7
Right, yeah.
doors in it or something. That'd be kind of crazy.
It does work the way that you expect it to work.
I'll check that out. Baron Edwin Sinclair. Ari Yena.
Goatsy.
Me when I Your joke was better than mine.
The same joke.
No, you know, like the pleading face pointing right emoji, pointing left emoji.
Yeah.
LWE BTS. I'm not a fan of K-pop.
L.
These all have like 3 letters as part of it.
Oh.
And so, I mean, maybe the fact that they all are like 3-word names makes me feel like maybe it's the first letter of the names are significant or something about it. I'll take some screenshots.
Yeah.
Maybe I should take it while
think
not
that's a good
moving.
idea. Doing like drive-by fucking photography.
That was my plan. You know, the faces attached to the people could be important too.
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
No need, no need. My thoughts are my own.
This is not even something like related to a puzzle that I could be hiding from you, because like I'm also sure that this is significant in some way and I haven't found out how yet.
Right. I'm just deleting my bad screenshots. Well, let's do a storeroom. Yeah, I mean, I'm in need of probably a key and a gem. It's him.
It's
10.
10.
9.
We're learning. I don't know what we're learning, but we are learning.
We're going back. There's the den. It's basically just a hallway, but I get a gem.
That's true.
Although this door could be locked, but it probably won't be on rank 2.
Right. He's thinking. Strategy is occurring.
There's definitely some clock business. I'm sure of it.
Something's fucky with those clocks.
The library.
Just like getting like war flashbacks.
Okay. This courtyard's a fun shape for this.
Yeah, I like it. Keycard.
You
noise,
fucker.
unfortunate.
This dirt. Piles of dirt. Where's my shovel?
Yes. This dirt is shaped like dirt.
Dirt. I guess give me 4 gold. And an apple. So it's still 5 of each. That's not been changing. You know, just to kind of like articulate my thoughts, and it's just like purely like random speculation. You know, part of me wonders like if I don't take this apple, I wonder if like maybe the next time I draft a pantry, if there will be like more apples or something. And maybe
Right.
once there's like enough apples, it'll start spawning oranges. And maybe the point is to draft the pantry but not eat the fruit and wait until there's 5 of each. Of course, entirely unfounded speculation, but speculation
Right.
nonetheless. Hi, Greg. I've been looking at this game. I've been enjoying it so far.
I mean, you're looking at it right now, even.
Yeah. How does it look? With your special eyes. Dark room. Right here.
Utility closet could be Pog. I mean, it's a bit early to shoot for that, maybe, but
If I take the utility closet, I would have to hope that I somehow get a key card in the utility closet. It's the only room I haven't been to.
oh right, because you can't fiddle with you
Mhm.
can't fiddle with security from here.
I guess
That's
I'll
right.
take a hallway. Because what we would need a laboratory office, or not a laboratory, a laboratory. There's no terminal in the bathroom.
Right.
Boudoir.
The boudoir.
Edge of the building boudoir is pretty cool. A holly leaf inside the safe. What could it mean?
Oh right, you picked up the gem in the safe, right?
Yeah.
So nice thing about solving that puzzle this early is that you've effectively upgraded the boudoir to have
Yeah,
to
a
have
gem.
+1 gem inside of it.
I hadn't thought of that so far. But how is? I'm good. The game is good too.
The
you know,
vibes are immaculate.
I had been told a little bit ahead of time that really it's kind of like the game is just like a front for a puzzle game. Like the whole like drafting and like building the floor plan mechanic is all just to like serve like deeper, more like ambitious puzzling reasons, however you want to call it. Well, I guess we're buying a kitchen unless we want the run to end.
Yeah, looks like it.
Here's a question though. The courtyard had a security door there.
Hmm.
Does that mean is the kitchen guaranteed to have a security door then? Or is that not how that works?
Is this rhetorical? I mean, you can press on kitchen right now and find out.
That's true, but I'm then weighing the ideas of then like if that's the case, I feel like I'm probably not very likely to get a key card in the kitchen, but I could get a key card in the closet.
Right.
And
I'll go ahead and tell you that security doors are not based on the room itself. It's just based on that particular threshold. So
gotcha.
there could be a security door leading from the kitchen,
But it's
it
not
is
necessarily the
incredibly
case.
unlikely. Right, yeah. It is incredibly unlikely, especially given how deep you are in the mansion.
I'm fine with that.
Tomato soup.
+5 for every red room in the house. I'm gonna eat 5 bananas right now.
Hell yeah. Water still doesn't work. Still gotta call a plumber.
The edge room kitchen is nice as well.
Yeah. You edge in here?
You're the edge lord, not me.
True.
Where's the cat? There's some kind of cat in this house?
It's a weird cat.
Quantum cat. Oh, and there's the
Some
dining
kind
room.
of fucked up cat.
Well, I guess we'll take the dining room. Once again,
Yeah.
not wanting the run to end.
You're getting severely cock blocked by ooh,
Interesting.
there's an item on the table. I don't know that you would have recognized this as an item, but this is an item.
Oh yeah. I did pick that up once. So if you manage to enter a room from the other side of a security door, the security door opens auto-magically.
Yes.
Thank goodness I have a key. Oh!
Oh, damn.
Well,
Oh, I'm Gover.
Run's dead. Have we been into a guest bedroom? We have. I'm pretty
I
sure.
like where your head's at in regards to that.
Wow, gem. Yeah, this is the guy who talks about the billiard room, which I still haven't seen.
Which is, I don't know, funny. I feel like it's one of the more common rooms in the house, and I don't know. I've run into a lot of issues like that, which I think is, I don't know, like, how do I put this? I had a conversation with Sam Semi recently about this, and apparently my playthrough of Blueprints in particular is extremely odd because I just never ran into a bunch of extremely common rooms that like everyone ran into on day 2 or 3 or something like that, and it's like I want to say like I got the breaker room like fairly early, and then as soon as I figured out a thing that I wanted to use the breaker room on, kind of like how last time we used the breaker room with the dark room.
Right. You just like never saw it again.
Yes, exactly. Which, yeah, can happen, but apparently it was unusual.
I'm just noticing now also with these clocks, they do have like arrows.
Yeah.
Indicating like the hands maybe should be pointing this way. And I mean,
you wouldn't have to wait a super long time for that.
Yeah, not for the second one. But there is this one too, which would maybe be like even earlier.
You would have to wait
like that would be
so fucking long.
Yeah, but maybe this would have been like 9:15 or whatever. And maybe it's the sort of thing where it's like, I don't know, maybe you have to be there at both times.
Right. But then I think we have seen this like model of a clock before, and I feel like they all have that diagram on them, which I think would maybe like beg the question, then which one do you look at? And maybe I'm crazy, but I think that's a little too complicated for like what usually occurs in this game, to my knowledge.
Well, we only have to wait like 3 more seconds. I'm clicking. Nothing happened. I'm leaving.
Very unpog.
The blue flame is still lit. I remember that. Now that I've seen it. The bird bath. Ah, of course.
Water.
Food. Water. Atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Thank you.
Me when I'm playing, I don't know, space survival game.
Yeah, look at this. I totally filled it out and just got blocked. 2 new rooms. That's right, I found the foyer in the library.
I really feel this image because there's like a Steam achievement for filling out every space in the house. And I've been trying to go for it for quite some time and just haven't done it.
Yeah, that sounds hard.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Well, I say it's a pain in the ass, but it's another thing that Sam is like, nobody I've ever talked to has ever had trouble with that.
So you go until you reach a dead end. Yes, and the point of the game is to try and reach the antechamber.
Right.
But you know, it's somewhat RNG dependent.
The ultimate goal being solve your uncle?
Yeah.
Grandpa?
Solve your uncle.
There he is. He's in the picture.
This box is the white box. Nuh-uh.
Are you sure?
This box is the black box. Nuh-uh. The blue box contains the gems.
But yeah, solve his puzzles, and this house is yours.
Yeah, the point is that we've been like named the heir to late Baron Herbert Sinclair's estate. If we can manage to find the hidden 46th room of his 45-room manor.
True.
And so that's what we're doing. You know what? Just give me a closet.
What?
Give me something interesting.
1 gem.
And shoes. Occasionally save feet when traveling longer distances across the estate and castle.
Wow, Alf Mayo, another streamer playing a streamer game. What a sell! Always sunny show my head. Hashtag other people do wrong. Hashtag I never do anything wrong.
Hashtag I never do anything wrong.
If playing this is wrong, then I don't want to be right.
I'm playing a streamer game right now.
Are you playing the horse
game? I
game?
won't be for much longer. I am playing the horse game right now.
Horse. The commissary. I need money.
Give me money.
Well, there goes all those gems I bought.
Damn. But look at all the doors you have.
Wow. The Nook.
The Nook.
Oh.
I might have grabbed Den for the. It did kind of look like an explosive trap when you looked over there.
It looked like
You're
a something.
playing fucking Rainbow
Also-
Six Siege.
Oh, fuck. I thought the library goes the other way, but it... Okay. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, this run's dead.
That early?
Unless there's some way for us to break on through to the other side.
Yeah, I guess true. Sometimes this happens.
You're exploring your late uncle's estate, but you find something unexpected. What did you find?
Oh, yeah. Screenshot.
Oh, yep.
It's
Wouldn't you
November
believe I
11th.
found a stash of cleverly hidden banana milk? Now I'm tempted to
Banana
add a
milk.
banana milk clause to my evil world domination plans. Bribery with banana goodness. I also stumbled upon a massive collection of antiquated gnome projectiles. Honestly, those things give me the creeps. I suppose even
Projectiles.
in the darkness of exploring, the butt of a good joke can be found everywhere.
You're a butt.
The butt
The-
can be found everywhere.
The manual was checked out twice, both in 87, 8 days apart. The EPCW pump system is engineered specifically for the luxury requirements of today's indoor in-ground swimming pool and spa. The EPCW system is also expandable, allowing you to use multiple pumps to control the water flow and volume of several different designated tanks and aquatic housing features, be it an aquarium, fountain, or good old-fashioned swimming pool. So you got water level indicators and buttons, source labels. Do I need to install Counter-Strike Source to see them?
Yeah.
Water control panel. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub for your EPCW system. The panel is fitted with a number of buttons equal to your own home's needs, one button for each different water source within the estate. The function is simple. Press a button to select the water source you would like to adjust. For example, if you were to drain or fill a pool, simply press the button labeled Pool. Regardless of the number of pumps or water sources being used, water can only be adjusted from a source if the corresponding button is selected. Makes sense. After you have selected the source using the water control panel, the next step is to set the pump associated with that source to pump either in or out. Alright, I think this is pretty self-explanatory. A pump may be connected to more than one tank, allowing you to store or retrieve more water. Recommended for cleaning larger Olympic-sized pools. So you might be able to find tanks somewhere, which might enable you to have access to more water.
Right. The unfortunate thing is I don't think you needed the manual to figure out this particular puzzle. You know?
No. I don't think so either. But it's good to know that there's probably like a pump room as well as like a room with a tank in it.
Right.
At least that's my first thought. Can you magnifying glass pictures? Nope.
I think just about anything you can like.
Pick
when
up
you
and
click
hold
on,
in your
like, a book.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But like you can't just like examine things. Ah, this room looks fucking sick as hell, but I don't have a gem.
Yeah.
It's got
Aquarium is one of my favorites.
it's got a gay border.
Hmm.
Combine inventory to create new items. That sounds cool. We haven't been to the wine cellar though. I mean, we haven't been to any of those rooms, but I kind of want to see the wine cellar. Why let our dead end wait?
I mean, who knows? Maybe it's not a dead end if you find a secret passage.
That's true. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Um, 1,208. With some holly, a swan, and 2 clubs. I see, I see. Interesting, interesting.
Learning.
Coat check.
Go check.
Check 1 item and retrieve it on another day. I've got the magnifying glass and running shoes. I could put either of them in here. A rosary.
Prage.
And I can only check in 1 item, presumably. Let's check in the magnifying glass. Because you never know when you might have the opportunity to need a magnifying glass.
Yeah, a need even. It's true.
Alright. That's it. Another day donezo. Both of these days have been significantly shorter than all of my other days.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens.
Skill issue.
True.
When do I unlock the meta progression that lets me skip this 5-second opening section?
Yeah, honestly, that's something that I wish could happen.
Gamers
There
will
is-
complain about anything.
It's true. You like the art?
I'm incredulous of the art.
You're just like, what was the Baron thinking?
See, we got the fucking giant safety pin again.
I do like the giant safety pin.
First room secret passage?
Kind of funny.
That could be interesting. I still don't exactly know how the secret passage works. Like, does it just open a door behind it, or will it take me to a random room?
Yeah, it opens directly in a line.
Oh. Well, that's not as cool. I mean, you never get to see a green room in the middle of the house.
True. Plus I'm also just partial to green rooms myself. Right, so this is interesting. So in the case of
All 3 of them
this
having a
room
cost?
specifically, yes, since you cannot pay the cost, it forces one of them to be free, which is the cloister, which, if I remember correct, is like
This
a
is
2
the-
or a 3 cost card.
Oh,
So,
damn.
damn, there's diggy spots over there.
That's what it looks like.
Get in there.
If only I could dig. This one was like number 4 or something.
I think the one with the scepter was the last one, like number 7 or whatever.
No, well, I mean, there was one that had like a mace and a shield,
Ah,
and I think that was 7. For some reason, instead of taking screenshots of that, I wrote that down in like physical notes that I have on my tablet in the other room. I'll be right back.
ah. Hi, Davey. How's chat doing? I'm playing horse game. I'm sure somebody you know is talking to you about horse game. Wait, I won this? Huh? What the fuck happened? I am continuously impressed by the things that this game lets me get away with. I swore like 6 races ago this run was dead in the water. But I managed to get a good ending, so that's nice.
I'm back.
Welcome back. My phone is crying out. It's out of batteries, and yet I continue to play a horse game.
I ignore its cries. It begs me, please, no more anime horse waifus.
Yeah.
I pretend I don't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, No, I guess this one must have been number 7. I don't remember that one having like a crown though. And it also definitely had a shield.
Right. Maybe it could be somebody else, or maybe something different.
Yeah, because it was hoe, pizza peel, pitchfork, chimney cleaner, broom, riding crop, mace, and shield is what we wrote.
Right.
But
And that's also how
the
we
mace
learned it
was
called
definitely
pizza
like
peel.
a... Yeah, exactly. But the mace was also definitely like decidedly scepter-like.
Right.
So I guess it's the exact arrangement that it can give you rooms in, just like kind of random. Like it's not a consistent thing.
There are. You will learn as you go, but there are. Some rooms do have certain proclivities for appearing in certain positions, but you'll figure that out. That's an interesting picture.
A theater. Interior crocodile alligator.
I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Wait a second.
Damn, if you go like courtyard, you got so many doors to draft from. You have like the opposite problem of what you've been running into. But you'd also be out gyms, which is kind of no bueno.
I thought you only got green rooms in like the outer 2 columns on either side.
Some of them, yes. The courtyard, no.
A shovel!
Oh,
Oh my god.
have we dug yet?
No. A rock!
A rock.
Let's fucking go!
I wonder what this rock means in the broader context of the mystery that Sinclair has laid.
What do you think they could have meant when they said that this was not worth picking up? I think that could mean
Let me
anything.
plug my phone in real quick. I'm gonna plug my phone in real quick so I can recover from horse game. Be right back.
Now, I know I'm wasting steps walking back and forth between these 2 rooms, but I haven't given up the clock mystery yet. And so we just gotta wait like, what, a minute and a half here or something? I'm just clicking on things. Clicking on things hasn't done anything for me yet, but I'm not prepared to give up. My, like, hope, I guess maybe expectation, is that if I just, like, stand here while this is happening, maybe one of the clocks will just, like, stop.
Yeah. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Baron Sinclair could never let me loose in his house. I'd be snapping the neck off of every swan, assuming it would open the secret passage. Especially after entering the Swan Song computer code, I'd be like, yeah, it's the swans. I gotta figure this out.
Dude. And you'd probably snap the neck off like 20 swans, and then one time you'd be right.
And then
And that'd be like vindicated. I
no
knew it.
swan would be safe.
I knew it all along.
Uh-huh. Lockies.
Miss me with that bullshit. Nah.
Now if only I had a gem.
How about give me a bedroom with a key card?
Hey, that's good.
Key card.
Merlin and I have been watching a regular show, actually. Pretty funny.
No. Alright, I'm taking the bunk room.
Yeah, this is why, generally speaking, I try to, see more. To try to have a gem on hand if possible, just because a lot of rooms with a lot of exits have a gem requirement, it seems like.
Confounding. This room's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's a
Got a
fucking hamster. Entertain me. The hamster has his own bunk bed.
And here we see the live streamer in its natural habitat.
Would you like me all to run on the wheel for you? What did I even say? Let me play video game.
Babe, it's 3 a.m. time for dick flattening.
Got any games on your phone?
Surprise VIP just opened. Redeem it quick. See, I redeemed the last one and I didn't get VIP. I was ripped off.
Really?
On the last Blueprint stream,
You should. You might just need to refresh sometimes to see it.
maybe.
Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. You motherfucker! How dare you? I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is really mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw away my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing. about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book, even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Today is a good day because my brother returns from college, and I finally get to return to him the book I took from him a long, long time ago. Hopefully you will find it as hilarious as I do. Honestly, I have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. I still would have rather have a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home. Isn't our character's name Simon? But this is
I think that's right.
But this is, I guess, a different
It's a
Simon.
different Simon.
We must be Simon Jr. At a minimum.
Simon the Second.
If your dad is named Simon, and he's the first one in the family to be named Simon, then you're named Simon, then are you Simon Jr. Or are you Simon the Second, or are they the same thing? Because I feel like if the first name is like Junior, and that's kind of like the first after, then I don't know. I feel like we're kind of like doing like an indexing at 0 sort of thing.
So, you've asked basically the perfect person for this.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you remember this, but I am the second, and my brother is Junior. Fun fact.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I share the same name as my dad and my grandpa, but I'm only the second because my grandpa did not have a middle name and my dad did.
Well, how does the middle name have to? What does the middle name have to do with it?
Because I think you have to have the exact same name in order to be the second or the third, etc.
Banana. I will leave the banana. Test my theory. This is not working out for me.
Hang on, I need to be right back.
Okay. Because I can't stop, won't stop wasting all my time. Damn. I'm getting screwed. Give me the wine cellar. I need gems, pronto. Oh, I read this and I said 1008 before, or 1208. It's actually 1213.
Have you found the secret of the wine cellar yet? You found the secret of the wine cellar. That was just completely coincidental.
I realized that I misread this. This actually says 1213.
That's probably important for something.
Probably. But not for me right now.
But not for me.
So I don't give a shit.
Imagine having your bedroom directly connected to the wine cellar, by the way.
That'd be fucking sick, dude. Honestly?
Day drinkers beware. You're in for a scare.
Goosebumps theme starts playing. Boom, 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 boom.
Unfortunately, Reading Nook does not curve the right way.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the kitchen this time around. Now I can take an
Finally,
observatory,
you can see what all the hype
finally.
is about. I can see what all the hype is about.
Oh, I see what's going on here. How am I gonna reach that wheel? Maybe I don't need to. And maybe I therefore don't see what's going on here.
Maybe.
I think I
do
need
not
to
see
be able to
what's
reach the
going
wheel. I see what's going on.
on. He's learning, chat. He's learning.
I'm gonna do a little bit of reading. The Fixed Stars, Stargazer's Companion, Constellations by Richard Witt. Isn't this something that you can check out in the library? And so does the library like enable you to read books that you can find in other places but in the library? Maybe a little bit.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Preface. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one in a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. 1 is 1 gold. 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. Plus 3 steps. 1 gem. Rooms with 4 doors are more common. Apples are extra delicious today. 7 stars. Clavis, the key. Diamondus Major. Dead end rooms are more common today. Well, that day sucks. The Sail.
The sail.
I get it. Florealis, Bloom of the Sky. Special flowers, quote unquote, today.
Weed.
Weed.
It's just like Inscription.
An auto clicker doesn't work on this.
Well, we can learn one thing from this globe. The continents are fucked up.
Blueprints takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. Confirmed. Is that a clock? Is there a clock in the base of this globe?
I guess the question is, from which direction would you read the clock?
Well, I mean, it's a stupid idea.
Right. But it is funny. Oh, it kind of nestles perfectly in there.
Indeed.
Whoops. You did all that for nothing.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Wait, then I have a new question. Is this big wheel on the side diddleable?
Can you diddle?
Get out of my way!
No, but you have trapped yourself in here, which is kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever seen any other player do that.
Well, they're just not as smart as me.
True. Brother. Donk.
Aww.
It's just like a fucking resonant clang.
Oh, I get it. There you go. Uh-huh. The planetarium. A secret floor plan. Sure, I will permanently add the planetarium to my drafting pool. When you call it a day in the planetarium, gain 2 stars. Interesting. And so, I mean, that's like a...
Huh.
It's a beneficial way to end your run, I guess.
You know, I never found that in my playthrough.
The reason why I just sat there and looked at the planetarium for so long without saying anything is because I was desperately trying to remember the lyrics of that Beastie Boys song.
Intergalactic planetary.
There it is. Planetary,
Planetary,
intergalactic.
I don't remember any of the, actual body of the lyrics,
That's
but
the only
I sure
part
do
you need to
remember
know, I think.
Intergalactic planetary.
I think that's the important part. I get a gold.
You get $1. I'll give you the $1.
Space.
Space mommy.
Space gave me $1. It's my allowance. Oh. A broken lever.
Interesting. To what end?
Oh!
Jump scared yourself?
I sneezed.
Use the lockpick kit! Damn.
Fuck.
Fuck!
Well, at least I get to keep it.
Now, Chapel sucks, but also, it branches both ways.
That's true.
My $1.
Okay, they do have a crown,
I was right.
but they do also have a shield. Where's their shield?
Where's the shield?
Where's the shield, Drake? The rumpus room.
Yeah, dude, the rumpus room. Oh, you're gonna love this.
Okay, but I gotta check in here first.
Yeah, you might as well. Lockpick, lockpick, lockpick.
It did it. And now I don't have any more
Yeah.
gems.
I got the East Wing Hall, which can only appear in the East Wing. Fun fact.
What makes you say that? Rumpus!
Rumpus, dude.
Insert a coin. No thanks. At least not yet.
But the Rumpus Ring gives you so much money.
Are we playing open world chess?
Yeah.
I've done so much attempted diddling of many things. And it's not paid off for me yet, but I'm not going to stop.
Someday it will. That's a nice hat.
I cannot diddle the hat.
Are you ready?
No.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened
What?
with the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something. Something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until
hope you were taking
the
notes.
dawn of the following
I was
day,
taking screenshots.
I will have nothing more to say.
Dude, what the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Why did they make it go so hard?
I know.
Okay, so new hypothesis. At least partially. There's the picture of the lady with the moon necklace.
Uh-huh.
And maybe the door with the moon that's always locked is like what we're looking for. And maybe the lady in the picture with the moon is our mom? Oh. I mean, that's kind of cool, though. But what if I don't go into the freezer? I mean, this will save me money on going through the chapel. 1 coin.
Right.
Sure. Yeah, it freezes even if I don't go in. Not for staff use. Master Sinclair's personal freezer. Oh man.
Whatever that is.
It looks like a letter. And that looks like a key. It's rare. Do I need like a sledgehammer or do I have to like turn off the freezer?
This one, I actually haven't done yet.
Well, that was a rhetorical question.
Right, but... yeah.
I'm Master Sinclair now.
True.
Maybe it's just like a fuck you. Maybe you can't turn off the freezer.
Could be.
Maybe it's one of those singing fish. I had to diddle it to know.
Those blasted fish.
Okay, well this run's not necessarily dead yet, actually.
Yeah, not yet.
Well, run's dead.
Rip.
Hmm.
Well,
What happened to blue?
what happened to blue?
What happened to blue? Not you.
Doesn't it have to be surrounded by red? Hmm. Interesting.
I don't remember it being hard to find the blue light. Hmm. What? I'm so confused.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. I just closed the panel and reopened it, and now we have blue
Cool.
lights.
Nice.
Now I'm like, how do I not have blue lights? So green turns into blue, and black turns into blue, but red turns into purple. But then purple also turns into blue. So everything turns into blue except for red, which turns into purple.
He's learning, he's learning.
Now I'm thinking, how can I even get back into a state where I didn't have blue before? Seems actually really hard. Never mind, I think I figured it out. Never mind, I didn't figure it out. Because if I hit that now, it'll turn purple. But then to get past blue to red... No, but now... I'm very confused.
I'm very confused.
I don't even know.
Right.
I don't even know what I want to know. Or who I am, or what I'm doing. Who the fuck is that? Some kind of weird cat outside. Okay, well we can go look at the west side of the entrance hall, I guess. I guess I should screenshot these.
Probably.
Maybe I'll go down there and I'll draft the planetarium. And I could end my day in the planetarium. Where's my jump button? Oh yeah. It was a secret passage. Secret tunnel!
Hell yeah.
Secret tunnel. The billiard room! Oh, there's a dartboard.
Yeah, we heard about this.
Oh yeah, my balls. Depending on how the library curves, I could get a rare room and potentially actually draft the planetarium. Okay, is there anything to read in here? None. The rosary and the crowbar both showing up again. Coincidence? Probably.
Could be.
Plus, minus, multiplied, divide. Now see, one problem that I feel like I'm having right now is I don't know anything about how the game of pool works or about how the game of darts works.
Right.
What if I click this one? So, a lot of these seem to
Fine.
do fuck all, is what I'm learning.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
15. So if in my head I'm like, okay, so that one was pointing to 15. Now this is pointing to 3 and 7. What happens if I hit 3 now? Ten also did something. No, it didn't. Huh? Oh. Well, I mean, I don't know, but 3... So 3 plus 10...
Or 3 plus.
Or 3
7.
plus 7 does make 10. Well, now it's this... So now it's 18 and 4. But that can't make 22, because 22 is not an option. And so maybe because it's on this row, it's actually minus. So maybe 18 minus 4 makes 14. And so then 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, now we're on another layer, so this could be multiplication or division. And so this would be like 8 either multiplied by 2 or divided by 2. Let's go with multiplied. So 16. 20 minus 18.
Oh shit, oh my god, dude, I made a deal with the Fae, and the only way I can live is if I get one big fat smooch from chat. Please, dudes, it's the only way to save my life. Please, dog, I'm begging you.
How about a crisp high five? I'm just kidding. Come over here.
COVID run.
There you go. 20
Well,
minus
unfortunately, they're
18
not-
times 6 is 12.
Oh.
The silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors.
Life has many doors, Talos.
Hmm. So, is the dartboard the puzzle in the billiard room, or is there another thing that I'm missing here?
Between the wine room and the billiard room, I feel like they're leaving a lot of just completely unattended alcohol for this miner to dig into.
Well, we can let it age. You know, it'll get better with time. This streamer sounds pretentious AF for someone not even that smart. Holy shit. Who, me?
Damn, they got you.
Are you talking about me? You know what? I mean, if you're still here, you can have like one more message. Or you're like banned in 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And so we will get to see one more room connected to the library.
Banned.
Banned.
I would have swung faster, but that's just me.
I wanted to give him like 1 second to be like, oh, whoops, sorry, wrong chat.
There's no way. Ain't no way.
I mean, I am very pretentious, but I am also pretty smart. So he's at least 50% wrong. Okay, so we
Which,
have...
Unfortunately, is not a passing grid.
Right. And so we've read the fixed stars now, which is why I was thinking before, like, maybe this just lets me pull in books from other rooms of the house. But it does feel like maybe, I don't know, I feel like maybe there's a chance that one of these books you can't just find in another room of the house.
Right.
Let's pull in our mom's book. Part of me also is like thinking like maybe this drafting strategy book like has a piece of meta progression in it or something. Because I mean like, or it could just tell us something that's maybe not obvious about the mechanics of the game. I mean, that could be good either way.
Right. Yeah. That's a plane and whatever that is.
That's the house. That's the grid layout.
That's where you are.
That is where I am. I think this is also the room labeled in the journal as being barren ground. In the soil survey. Well, it's either that this picture dynamically updates to match whatever room it appears in, or it's signifying something additional that's special about this room. I mean, this is the barren ground room. Whatever that means, ultimately. Well, yeah, we can see, we get to see outside library.
Yeah.
Wow.
So much to do out there.
Wow.
What's behind door number 1?
So the study doesn't take gems? I thought the study did take gems. A chessboard. Huh? Wait, what?
Welcome to a puzzle.
Is this the same safe? No. Is
That's right.
this 1213? No. It's probably whatever this puzzle is.
Could be.
I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair for each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely delusional to think if this can be pulled off by Thursday. So that's the E.
There's another smaller note next to that note.
Face and ace. Sturdy study. Unused pairings.
What does it mean?
I don't entirely understand yet. Something about adding a letter and then taking a letter away. Or potentially taking a letter
Well,
away.
So we know what two of the letters are, right?
Right, because we saw the E.
Right.
And the
so
E
why
went
is this
there.
one F? Why is the foyer or the like entrance hall F?
I don't know. Maybe this is like, I mean, my first impression from this is maybe there's some sort of like word ladder thing going on here. Where, you know, it's like you add a letter or take away a letter. I mean, there is... I feel like I have noticed a couple times now, like this painting right here in the entrance hall is usually like a painting of a person holding an ace of spades.
Uh-huh.
And so maybe that's the connection with like ace here. And then this being F, we like add the F to it, and so it's face, and so the next letter in the message somewhere might be like some painting related to a face.
Do you want me to gently point you in the right direction here?
Do I just need to think about it harder, or is there like another clue somewhere in the room that I haven't acknowledged?
I could tell you there is another significant painting in the foyer that maybe you don't remember.
Okay. Well, I can take a look at that then.
Sure.
I do think it's really funny that
We found the E room and right next to the
Right.
this room that kind of explains it.
we just happened to find this.
Here's another question. Why is this one E?
Because it's the library.
I like it.
I don't know if if there's something to understand about like this room being E that should make it obvious, then it hasn't occurred to me yet.
How about this? I think there is a dot that you're not connecting related to the note that you read from the staff.
This one or this one?
The bigger one.
Yeah, I mean, I have noticed that there are always like two paintings in each room. I guess my first thought was maybe somewhere along the lines of like each room would have like potential like duplicate paintings, but that like maybe only appear sometimes, like maybe sometimes they change or something like that. And so maybe the fact that this one is E has something to do with the other painting?
You're getting there.
I mean, E is the last letter of plane. And so if it's supposed to be the whole, like, maybe add or subtract a letter sort of thing, then that means, like, the word in the message that comes before this one, or, like, the word in the sequence that comes before this one could be, like, plan, which is plausible.
Would you call that other picture a plan, maybe?
Yeah. I would. And so,
Okay.
is this like... Does that mean the previous word is plan, or the next word is plan? I don't know yet.
I mean, we could find some more artwork and test our theory.
But I mean, I guess it's still a question of, like... Is this is something for every room in the house?
In either case, I think it seems to me like maybe you should make a grid and start writing some stuff down.
Ah, fuck. You see, I missed some kind of larva that entered chat.
True.
It's insane to me, like, how easily some people just, like, project. They're like, man, this streamer who is just minding their business that, you know, is just having a good time fucking sucks. Oh well, I guess it's just Twitch.
It is. I don't
Not
know.
acknowledging that
I've
they are
met-
probably the problem.
I've met a decent amount of chatters who just want to show up and make one comment to make you upset before they get banned.
It's just funny to me, though.
Yeah. I'm sure there must be like some streamers who just like unfortunately are the kind of person to like blow up at that sort of comment, which I have to assume is what they're fishing for, right? Alice's brain is working really hard right now, chat.
I'm drawing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drawing a grid. What is it? 11? 11 by 5? No. 9. 9 by 5. Because there's 45
Okay.
rooms, right?
Right.
It kind of reminds me of this one time of, like, I don't remember exactly who it was, but someone, like, came in just, like, saying some random shit. And they were like,
Okay.
like, they weren't, like, being toxic, but they were just kind of being, like, kind of random.
They were just having their own completely unrelated musics or whatever.
Right, right. I don't remember exactly what they were saying or what they were talking about, but they were just like, wow, you didn't immediately ban me. Here, have a follow, I guess. And I was like, thanks? Okay, well, I've written down my 2 letters. Now,
2 out of 45.
and then unused pairings. So I guess these would be like sets in the sequence that maybe there aren't rooms associated with.
What would you call that?
This? It's a flan.
Yeah. Mm.
Or perhaps it's a dessert.
Why would you think it's dessert?
What? I mean, this looks like
I said
pudding. This looks like a pudding,
Yeah.
but
I think you're right.
I think it's a flan. But does... I guess it's just like trying to think of like how... Like, what's the order in which rooms connect to each other? Because, like,
Mm.
sure, the idea here is that that one's... Like, the word for this room is either plane or plan. And so, is it supposed to be like... Sorry, I'm thinking. Is it...
Uh-huh.
Am I supposed to find the words that these two are... It's like, are both the paintings supposed to associate with a word that's potentially like one letter apart? And then I'm essentially supposed to record that letter for the room?
I mean, I would call.
So like, because it's face and ace, and so the letter is F.
Right.
And it's plan and plane, so the letter is E.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So what
this
would
is...
this one be?
This is desert and desert, and so it's S.
Uh-huh. All right. Now we're cooking.
I'm got it figured out. I'm in.
You started with like the word sequence talk, and I was like, oh no, he's too deep.
Stairs and stars.
There you go.
It makes sense
cooking.
now. It makes sense now. I went through too many layers. What is this? Because this is like prayer and pry bar.
I think pray and pry is probably fair.
Wait a second.
Intelligent Fool says I'm not following Lamau.
Okay, yeah, prayer and pry bar have more than a couple letters that they don't share.
Right.
We said what? Pray and pry, so it's A.
Probably.
I'm not following. Okay, so we found...
Using a lot of steps here, champ.
Yeah, whatever. Eat my ass. We found this room. And it's like, there's 44 letters in the message. And then we read this letter that basically tells us that there's a pair of paintings for every room. And if I make my way back now... Oh yeah, and they're basically telling us the letter for the first room is F. And we've got face and ace. And so if I take face and subtract ace, I get F.
Pray and pry, my sins abide by the one and only man in the sky. Wander a house in hopes to scry a message upon a chalkboard of mine.
And if I go to the entrance hall, the two cards that they're holding it's a face card and an ace card. And so face and ace. And so if you subtract these two, you get F. And so if I go into this room, we have pin and pine. The letter, the chain, or the difference between the two is E. So the letter for this room is E. And so now I have to record all of the letters for every room and figure out the code.
Some of these, I will say, are doozies and require maybe a little bit of like word association, but you know.
Nah, I got this. Bride and Bridge. That's G, baby. Listen, I on the scale from like 1 to 10, my vocabulary is fucked up.
True.
Alright. But I think
Also, you run into this issue sometimes.
Yeah,
where, some
there
of the
just
rooms
aren't
do not have
paintings.
paintings.
that's alright.
Some of them do have paintings, and they're just hard to find. Like this one.
Lock and clock.
I wouldn't call this one hard to find necessarily, but
They're atypical.
right. I want to play this game at some point because it seems very much similar to Outer Wilds. You know? Yeah, I would say so.
It's very like exploratory, and it's kind of like a there's more to it than meets the eye, I guess, sort of thing.
Right.
And so this one, oh, match or flame. That's a tree. All right, see you later, fool.
Good luck, fool. That's a tree.
I was like, okay, wait, so it could be. Could also be like burn, but
I remember what it is. I remember what it is now.
hold on, just pulling up the image of the whiteboard or the blackboard. The unused pairings. Just trying to keep those in the back of my mind. Perchance. To dream, perchance to sleep. Hi, Ghost. Burn. Smoke. They're holding the match. Pinch.
I do like Pinch. Pinch is good.
Is finch a type of tree? I don't remember. Sounds like it could be.
I think a finch.
A finch is a bird. You're a bird.
You turkey.
Got him. Hmm. What kind of
Do you
tree
know
is
any
this?
Other types of trees?
Maple. Oak. Spruce. I'm going through the hickory.
Probably not pine.
Yeah, we already used pine. Balsa? Balsa tree?
I like balsa, but
Evergreen? True.
intelligent fool.
True. It does kind of look like it has needles a little bit, but it doesn't look like a pine tree. Or I mean, maybe it kind of does. Kind of looks like a Christmas tree. What's the other painting? This person pinching a match that's burning. Could also be flame. Fur and fire. That makes sense.
There you go.
E.
Holy dooly.
There's no paintings in this room.
I think you might be right.
Because red rooms suck and they hate us.
True.
Um,
Well, that's Mount Holly.
that's Mount Holly. And that's a green bean. Or a pea
I
pod.
think it's a green bean.
It's a pea pod.
Yeah, I think peas are more accurate.
Or perhaps it's even edamame. You think?
Could be. I highly doubt it, though.
You think the word is edamame? Mountain.
Locking it in.
Mountain. Mount. Ollie. Point. Peak.
Hang on.
Peak and pea.
Yeah, I was about to just like launch the game peak and just see if you noticed.
Hey, I think I'm getting through these in record time.
I think you're doing good, yeah.
Oh, there's a temperature. Wait, what? Cart and car.
Mhm.
Alright, I know the last number of the safe code.
Do you?
Yep. It's 8.
Okay.
That's what my notes tell me.
Right.
I swear that this temperature gauge on the side wasn't here last time.
It was there.
It was there? Was it also 16 degrees?
I think it was.
So I haven't done anything to change it.
Not to my knowledge.
If you say so. 10 and tent. I know what I'm doing with my last 5 steps.
Right.
Sure. No. that's a coat. And that's a coast.
There you go.
Alright, it's still
Liz, I think-
16 degrees.
Finding that this puzzle exists is a great, like, oh my god, I've been looking at a puzzle this whole time kind of thing.
Right, right. I mean, I guess it's one of those things where, like, the paintings have seemed weird the whole time, but it just kind of is like, just, like, seemed like they were weird. But now it's like they're weird for a reason.
Right, yeah.
Okay, my statement from earlier saying that the last code of the safe is probably 8. At least one of the numbers is probably 8. I don't know that it's the last one, necessarily. Let's go see if we can't get our hands on a gem first. It's like, try and save for gems, or try and have gems if you're going to go down the middle file, maybe. Or if you're trying to go deeper on ranks.
All right. I think I'm gonna leave you here because I need to have dinner with my girlfriend.
Alright, have fun.
So, good luck finding more paintings.
Thank you,
and
thank you.
sussing out words. See ya.
Oh, wait, can we say for 1 second that this picture for the pine looks exactly the same as the picture for the fur?
The fur, yes, yeah.
That's fucked up.
A little fucked up, yeah. They
All
ran
right.
out of pictures.
Alright, you can go.
Good luck, gamer.
I'll allow it. This is a good spot to get the breaker box. And I can turn off the gym while I'm here. And I guess turn on the garage. So that means that the room that I saw that had the clock in it, it was almost definitely not related to something else, unless some puzzles are related to multiple things. Or some elements of puzzles are related to multiple things. This would tell me what's in the kitchen. Let's go to the parlor. This box is the middle box. False. The gems are in the middle box. Maybe. This box is the middle box. So these are both false, which means that one must be true. Because there's at least one true and one false box. So if both of those are false, then that means this one must be true. Oh yeah, we've got this one already. We want to go to the right. Let's take the pantry. We can finally test my pantry theory. Okay. My pantry theory is false. Not taking the banana has not resulted in there being more fruit in the pantry. We could go to the office for the first time. Although, if we take the Nook, we could get a library. And if the library is facing the right way, then we could go deeper. But I feel like it usually does a U-turn. Let's take the office. We've got gems. And we haven't been to an office yet. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this is Ty and Tier? Newman ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. And this part of the country at this time of year located entirely within this live stream? Hi, Toxybat. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. I had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I am not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings. But knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. I'm here to steal my fruit. You're too late. I've already eaten all of my grapes. Do you ever do that? Do you ever just like get up in the middle of the night and like go to the fridge and eat all of the grapes? Or am I the only one that has that problem? Let's insert the disc. What are we gonna get? An upgrade to the storeroom. I mean, from 1 coin up to 10 coins? That definitely seems like the best upgrade. But getting an extra gem also seems really good. I think we do this because there are several ways to get gems, and you can kind of find keys throughout the place. You can also find money throughout the place, but like you could draft a storeroom if it's like you really need money, because 10's quite a lot. I'm gonna go with that. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there is enough time to put another work order in before Simon arrives, so just make sure that the west and east levers are operational. Did someone ask about a pneumonia condition for ultra macroscopic silicon particles in the lungs as a result of volcanic ash exposure? Yeah, Toxybat did. Please, tell them about it. I guess, like, minorly related, but also not necessarily related. There is, like, a... So I do a lot of rock climbing, and... rock climbing chalk is normally made out of like what? Like magnesia? No. What is rock climbing chalk typically made out of? Magnesium carbonate? Okay, yeah. I think that's right. Calcium carbonate? What is gym chalk made of? No, I don't want to use your disgusting AI mode. Not interested. Gym chalk is primarily composed of magnesium carbonate. Okay. Yeah, so it is magnesium carbonate. Well, so point being, there's these like chalk additives that I guess I've seen some people kind of like talking about. which it's like silicon silate, where like you would add a little bit of it into your chalk and it like makes your hands stay drier for longer, is the idea. But also, like, if you've ever spent a long time in a rock climbing gym, you know that like if light catches the air in there the right way, that like the air is just full of chalk. And so I think to myself that like if it were to catch on with like a lot of people like adding silicon to their climbing chalk, then like you could actually like get some like serious lung damage. That wouldn't be good. Okay, who is this guy? We have all the pictures of the busts from the foyer. It's this guy, Count Isaac Gates. Is that related? Count Isaac Gates could be like 555. No. March of the Count. And March of the Count is the only one that's not in red. And of the screenshots of the busts we have Je'Ari, we have Baron, we have Lord, we have another Baron, and we have Major. And so that's Queen, Count, Lord, Baron, and Major. And so I feel like this does have something to do with the busts of the people. March of the Count. But we don't know anything about the Count. Other than his name, I guess. Count Isaac Gates. We'll keep an eye out for Isaac Gates. A picture. Mish, what would you call this thing? A cake stand. So we have discovered that there is, but I think it's tiers. Okay, so you've been kind of following along with the puzzle that we're trying to work out here. Yeah, because I think if this is tie, then that's probably tier. Barely following, sorry. That's okay. The point is that, like, every room has two paintings that differ by one letter, and we need to figure out the one letter. And so, I think you're right. I think this is tie and this is tier, which would mean it's R. Welcome to the Mount Holly home office. Run payroll. After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes each servant's quarter and maid's chamber currently on the estate. Spread gold in the estate. The office can facilitate a modest distribution of coins withdrawn from staff incentives. These coins are spread, distributed in a number of rooms currently active throughout the estate. Well, I don't really want to have to backtrack. I guess it's alright. I mean, I guess we should do it later, if we really need money. How about we log in? Swan Song. Sorry. Haha, made you yawn. Time to fucking suffer in Minecraft? What you playing? One of these we can only do from the office, right? The mail? Yeah. From Anne Babbage, next week. November 1st, 1993. Sir, you have not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up to the last minute. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me. Either through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. Fuse box repair. Gabe, yes, that is the correct functionality. Also, when you are out here next week, please test that the correct sequence is off blue, green, white, red, purple. Thanks for the due diligence on this project. Wow, we finally know. We finally know what that's supposed to be. Mick. Changes to the estate. Dear Herbert, just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured that your plans will be executed down to the last detail. McGuire, McKinley, and McDougal. Oh, this is another reply. The VAC indicator lights per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. If this is not the desired functionality, let us know and we will fix it in our regular service next week. The white indicator. Hope you got a notepad there for you. I do. I've been recording everything and taking many pictures. And after getting all 6 to purple, but I felt like it was impossible to get all 6 to purple. Oh wait, and there's a white in there. So I would need to get all 6 to purple, and then get a white, and then set the sequence without fucking it up. Huh. Come on. Come on. Okay. No other active terminals. Okay. So we've got Mr. Isaac Gates bust on a safe here. But to what end, I do not know. And there is a whole thing here about the Queen, Count, Lord, Baron, and Major, which does line up with the names of the 6 busts that we saw in the foyer. Because we have a woman who looks like a queen, but it doesn't say queen, it says Je'ari Yenna. Then we have Baron Edwin Sinclair, Count Isaac Gates, Lord William Epson, Baron Thomas Sinclair, and Major Nicholas Key the Fourth. I mean, maybe the idea here is to ignore the one in black and look at only the 4 in red, and maybe it has to do with like the letters of their name. So the queen would be like Yenna, and that would be 5 or maybe 3. Then we have the Lord, which is William Epson. Okay, so let me see here. It's 5 or 3, and then 7 or 5. I should do these the other order around. 3 or 5. And then passing of the barons. And so barons plural. Oh, and both of them have the last name Sinclair. And so maybe that's supposed to be the hint that it's supposed to be by last name, which would be 8. Oh, but they both have... It's either Edwin Sinclair, which would be 5-8, or Thomas Sinclair, but it's Thomas. And so that would still be 5 or 8. And then Nicholas Key, so 7-3. He's also the 4th, so I'll put 4 here, but with an asterisk. And so my potential guesses for the code could be 3757. Nope. How about 5583? How about 55834? Three, 7, 5, 7. 3, 7, 5, 7, 4. 5, 5, 8, 3, 4. Maybe I need to work in the number for Count Isaac Gates as well. So March of the Count. And so he's number 2. So that could be like another 5 in there. So maybe it's 5, 5, 5, 8, 3. 3, 5, 7, 5, 7. Flight of the Queen. March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, plural, or Herrings and or Hearings of the Major. But why are they red? Why are those 4 red, but this one is black? Oh. Well, I mean, I say oh. Is it supposed to be that I go around the room and count how many of these little busts that there are? And then that kind of tells me, like, the order? Okay, I think that might be it, actually. And then I just count the busts of the barons together. And so let me see here. And so let's count how many queens there are. So there's 1. One. So there's 1 of Je'Ariena, and then of Isaac Gates, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Four for Sir Isaac Gates. Then what's next? The Lord. What did the Lord look like? Lord William Epson. He looked like that. He's got a bow tie. Zero? Is there a fat 0? Yep. 0 busts of Sir William Epson. And so let's go with 0. And then Passing of the Barons. And so count up both the barons. He looks like that and that. The 2 mustache men. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I start here. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. And then is there even one of the major? The major's got like a beard. Well, I guess this one guy's got a beard too. Who is this guy? He also looks like one. No, he doesn't. Okay, so then subtract this guy from the barons. So this should actually be 3. I think this is just Herbert. Unless we should add in Herbert, because now he is also a baron who has passed. And then I'm not counting any of the majors, so that would be 0 again. And so it could be that it's a 4-digit code and we exclude the counts for Isaac Gates. Or not. I don't know. Let's try. 1, 4, 0, 3, 0. That's disappointing. 1, 4, 0, 4, 0. Okay. What if then we exclude Gates? So 1, 0, 3, 0. About 1, 0, 4, 0. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Unless you know it's like we should include the people in the pictures too. But then like if that's the case, then like who are these guys? I felt like that was pretty smart. I felt like that was correct. Should I count again? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, yeah. If we count this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 busts of Isaac Gates. There's like none in the drawer hiding or anything. Unless maybe, like, you're the major? No, no way. You don't look like the major. There is just no way that these aren't related. That these are the same busts that appear in the foyer, and that Queen, Count, Lord, Baron, and Major all, like, appear on the busts. Except for Queen. Because the bust doesn't say Queen Ariana. It says Je Ariana. Or does Je Ari mean queen? I don't know. I'm presumably not. But she's the only bust of a female presenting character. I don't know, maybe just these two shouldn't be counted? Which would bring Isaac Gates' count down to 3. Which could potentially make this 1, 3, 0, 4, 0. Or 1, 3, 0, 3, 0. There's 1, 2, 3, 3 of the barons. And there's 1 of Ari. And then there's 3 of the Count, 4 if you count the big bust. Maybe there's something else here. Like, perhaps there's some other way to put this in order? Yeah, because it doesn't seem to me that there are any busts of William Epson and there don't seem to be any busts of Nicholas Key, the Lord or the Major. We only have busts of Isaac Gates and the Barons, as well as 1 bust of Ari, presumably the Queen. Let me out. This vexes me. I am perturbed, bewildered, bothered. Any books matching these titles? Okay, should I instead think of it as there's one of her, two of this guy, but then there's also only one of this guy. So it's not even like there's like a 1, 2, 3 type order. Because there could be if it wasn't for there not being enough of the barons. Because there's only one of him and one of the queen. But there's two of him. But 4 of this guy in the room. Not to count, not even to mention the 1 of Herbert here. It's like, it feels like I'm right there. It feels like everything's right here in front of me. Alright, good night, Mish. Thanks for hanging out. Flight, march, fall, passing, and then herrings, or hearings, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. I guess maybe I'm missing something. Who knows? I'll take a middle passageway. And since I feel like I need more gems, I'm not going to take that door first. I'll take this one. Lose half? Are you crazy? And so now I can go turn the utility closet back on. Or I can turn the dark room on from the utility closet. Now, should we try and futz with this other thing? The VAC code? We need to get all 6 indicators to purple. How is that even possible? So you only get blue after you get all to green. But why aren't I getting blue here now? This seems like a... How do I reset the breaker box? Is it because I just didn't fuck with it at first? How... That's gonna make this blue. Oh. But wait, why did that one turn purple? Okay, so once you get 5 to purple, you can just toggle the last one to purple. So now I need white. And then this one needs to be red. Red, purple. And then I need blue, green, off. The power. Oh. The Gemstone Cavern has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each day with 2 gems. Let's fucking go. I wanted this to go straight. I guess give me a hallway. I'll check this out really quick. Bat and bath? What do you know? It's an H. The letter that I thought it was going to be. Give me a closet. What are my 2 items? A compass and... I don't know. A key. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. That sounds really good. Okay. So, that took a handful of steps. We're still gemless, so let's not take the central path straight away. Ooh, a key card. For one of her rooms in the West Wing. One of her rooms in the West Wing. They requested a special print. Or another print of her ladyship in the West Wing. Think about it. Think about it. Fuck. Lose half your steps? No way, dude. Give me a bedroom. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. That seems really good. It doesn't matter if I draft the library, because it'll lead to a dead end. Yeah, give me a terrace. Oh, and this is lovely, too. And I get a shovel. Who are you? Nice. Okay, well, we're still gemless, but we have nowhere else to go, so let's check it out. Well, fuck me, I guess. A spare set of car keys. I guess for the garage? The only car left on the estate should be in the garage. Let's see, we don't have this room. Theater and Heather. No, that wouldn't make sense. Stage and Sage? Is that what Sage looks like? Let's go with that. So this would be T. Okay. Maybe I should have checked if I could go get a couple free gems from the gemstone mine. Should we fuck with this anymore for now? I don't know. I feel like I would have opened it if all the information is here. I think I should have that confidence in myself. I think I get it. I don't know, maybe it's something else, like the order, or how many, the order is tied to how many letters are in these words. And maybe I ignore this one because it's in black. And so that would be like this one, this one, this one, this one. And so that would be 0, 1, 3, 0. No. Okay. 0, 4. So maybe it's 0, 4, 1. Either 3 or 4, depending on whether we count the bust of Herbert or not being a past Baron. And 0. So let's try 0, 4, 1, 3, 0. 0, 4, 1, 4, 0. Or just 0, 1, 4, 0. Or 0, 0, 1, 3, 0. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I must be missing something here. Oh, we don't have the letter for this corner room. Tag and Stag? They used the same picture for some. Okay, where is the gem mine? That's back here, right? No. Oh, it's up by the orchard. I remember seeing it now. What is this? The Gemstone Cavern. Here is the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're going to need more than this, especially if we're going to limit excavation to 2 stones per day. I was told by the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk the structural integrity of the cave walls, so I suppose we'll have to adhere to his expert opinion, at least for now. We managed to remove all but 1 minecart from the old tunnels, 2 of which were too rusted and worn down to be of any use to us up here, so Dave went ahead and made the call to scrap them. I'm not sure that the foreman is going to be too happy about that, but hopefully you can smooth it over. Now, there is still 1 more cart down there, but it's locked on a short track and it's way too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage, so I suggest someone move it from the other side if they can get over there. My boss informed us that there are 2 ways into that site from that side, but I think we're going to leave that for someone else to finish up if the old man really wants it done. Scoop! Okay. So that's it for this room. Phew. Bless me. So we have the cavern now. Let's see, while we're here, we've got the shovel. Is there like anywhere to dig or something out in the courtyard? Hmm. I don't see anywhere to dig, and I don't feel like I have seen anywhere to dig either. That feels like the sort of thing that I would have made a mental note of. It's nice that the waterfall fades in there. I like that. So this kind of feels to me like maybe you do need to come out here with some extra items at some point, though. Like maybe specifically a sledgehammer or something. Why does this box look weird? It does seem like running diagonally should be faster. I don't feel like I'm getting slower when I push A or D. But I'm also not about to run diagonally everywhere. How do you read a sundial? Is that noon? You read it from that point? How does this even make any sense? Where's the sun? Okay. Well. Seems like it's time to call it a day. Except I'm gonna look around a little more. Alright, no I'm not. I'm done. Call it a day. Should we keep playing? Probably not. I probably need to go to bed. So I will quit. Well, thank you all for joining me this evening. As always, the pleasure is mine. We will continue with blueprints next Wednesday at the latest. Ooh, actually, will we? Yes, we will. I'm going to be going out of town Sunday through Wednesday, but I'll be getting back on Wednesday at like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. So, assuming everything goes to plan, I'll see you guys again on Friday for Monster Hunter, and then next Wednesday for more blueprints. I hope you all have a good night.